Yo, what's going on? So, quick little story time just before I go to sleep because I ain't done a video today, and as you can see, I ain't doing anything productive right now. It's what time is it? It's past midnight. As usual, I'm up late, but I'm actually going to bed soon because I was up early this morning because I didn't tell anyone this, but I had a stomach ulcer. Well, apparently I had a few stomach ulcers. And I don't know why. I don't know. I actually don't know why I had them. Right. So what happened was I was getting like stomach like I don't know what it was since like over a year ago. I was getting like just bits of discomfort in my stomach, right? And just wasn't right. You know what I mean? Just wasn't right. It wasn't 100% right. So whenever you go to doctors to this, some people have different opinions. Like some people will be like, "Yeah, you just do this test and go that," and then some be like, "Oh, you can't because of your age," and there's other people who be like, "Well, some people say you need a colonoscopy or a endoscopy." So anyway, I've got to tell this story. I don't really care how technical this is. So when you've got a problem with your stomach, you can do various tests. One of the tests is a fecal shit test, basically. So you shit in a box. Not a box, you shit in a little capsule, they test it. Test it for two things. Test it for blood and inflammation. And when they test it for blood, they can tell if it's got any blood in. Mine didn't have any blood in, that was fine. But what it did have is raised calprotectin, which all it means is inflammation. And then when you get that, that can basically mean anything from cancer to just you've had a stomach bug or something like that. So yeah, so blah blah blah. I went in and I got the camera up here, where you should have camera up your ass and the camera down your throat. They put you out. You have like the propanol, which is what Michael Jackson used to have. It's what Michael Jackson was addicted to. And I tell you something, I understand why he was addicted to it because it's mad. It's mad. Like, I don't know where. I've never had an operation. I've had local anaesthetic, like a tooth, and I've got an operation on my. I said never had an operation. Operation on my ear when I was a kid, but only local anaesthetic. So I've never had general, so I don't know what that's like. But this is like what they call deep sedation. It is what Michael Jackson used to use to sleep, and it's mad. So they put it in your arm. You get a little bit tired, and then you wake up. You don't get any side effects. You're a little bit groggy when you wake up, but you don't feel shit. You don't feel like, whoa, where am I? What's going on? You don't feel anything like that. You wake up and it's like, oh, I'm relaxed. Hi, how are you? Everything just feels okay. Do you know what I mean? And then when you wake up, I'm a stressor. So when I have a test or anything, I'll be anxious till I get the results of the test. But when you wake up from that thing, you're fine for like 20, 25 minutes. Then if you're a worrier, your anxiety comes back. But yeah, it's pretty. I can't remember what I was going to say then. I was just talking about fingers. So yeah, that's what Michael. So that's what they do anyway. So they went in and I go in the room, wait for the doctor. The doctor comes and said, "Yeah, you got a few stomach ulcers, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Great." But then I was like, "Yes." Well, I was actually pleased because there was nothing wrong with anything else. So it was kind of a minor. But then I thought, right, so I know I have to take these tablets, which Nexium, probably millions of people have taken them because they're very common, and eat healthy for what, I don't know, for 3 weeks. And when they say eat healthy, I don't really eat that unhealthy. All I can think that made this happen is me getting reflux from too much casual drinking. And what I mean by casual drinking, I don't mean like drunk, getting drunk. I mean like having 3 or 4 beers, like a day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you get at night time, you might have 2, 3, 4 beers. You don't get drunk, but you have the beers. And then you go to bed and then you get the reflux. Then the reflux, your stomach producing more acid and reflux gives you the ulcers. So it must be that. But I used to get burning, like if I'd have chocolate or stuff like that. So yeah, so I had the follow-up today. 3 months after. Yeah, 3 months it was. Same thing. Got that medication. But my thingy, I get mad anxiety, like mad anxiety, stuff like this. So when I go in, every time I go to hospital, they take my blood pressure, right? So he takes my blood pressure. My blood pressure's like kind of high. Not normally, but like when I go to hospital. And he's like, oh, your blood pressure's a little bit raised. And I'm like, what's my heart rate? He's like 89. And then they look at you, they go, that's okay. I said, listen, I said to every nurse whenever this happens, I say, look, bruv, if my heart rate is 89, that means I am anxious. And that is why my blood pressure's up. If I am not anxious, my heart rate is 60 maximum. So unless my heart rate is 60, the blood pressure's going to be up. And they always go, no, up to 90 is not. And I'm like, bro, my heart rate is never 90 unless I'm either exercising or fucking got the flu. So please just trust me. So, yeah. So because I knew I was having that, I just couldn't get my heart rate down. So, so we went in, did it again, came out, and it's gone. They've gone now. But it means I just had a shit day because I woke up at, I think it was like 10 a.m. And because I obviously work with different countries from where I am, so I only sleep late. Sometimes I sleep at 3 or 4. I usually sleep at 3, wake up at 11 or 12, something like that, get a good sleep. So when I don't get a good sleep, it fucks me up. So basically, last night I only got to sleep about 5, and I woke up at 10. But it was a broken sleep, so a bad 5 hours. So I'm fucked. But no ulcer. So now I'm just gonna... What I've learned from that is that your digestive system and all that shit is not as strong as you may think it is. Like, it's strong, but you just can't take... You can't just take it for granted. So, I won't be doing that again. I don't drink anymore. When I say I don't drink, I mean I don't drink as a habit anymore. I will drink every so often. I'm not going to eat fried foods anymore. I'm not going to eat sugar. It's not worth it. If you didn't know, imagine if it was something bigger and it was a bigger ulcer and it got bigger and just madness, isn't it? What could happen? But yeah, so I fucking hate the hospital. And like I told them, as soon as I get home, my heart rate will be fine. So I come home, I get in bed, start doing some work because I'm tired. Because that's why I get in bed. And my heart rate's 57. So I'm like, I told you, you dickhead. It's only 89 because I'm anxious. So yeah, thank you for coming to my story time. And yeah, that's it pretty much. So I'm glad that's over with because I felt like I was like constantly healing something. You know what I mean? So I was like, ooh, be careful. Be careful. Ooh. Peace out.